Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Keep exploring. In today's video, we are going to discuss question number 5, 6, 7 and 8 from the exercise 3.3 of the chapter Understanding Quadrilaterals for Class A. So let's start. The question number 5 says, the measures of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. We have to find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. So let us consider the parallelogram A, B, C, D. So here we can say angle A and angle B are adjacent. Then angle A and angle D are adjacent to each other. Similarly, D and C and B. These are called as adjacent angles which share a common side. Now here is given that the ratio of their adjacent angles is 3:2. That means that the angles will be the multiples of these numbers. So ratio, when we say 3:2, that means if one of the angle is 3, the another angle is 2. Then as we say they are in the ratio, so they are multiples. So 3 2s are 6, so 2 2s are 4. So if one of the angle is 6, the another angle will be 4. If one of the angle is 9, another angle will be 6. So that is the relation between the two angles. So here let us assume multiples of 3 and 2. So let one of the angle be 3x, then the other angle will be 2x as per our question. So if one is 3, the other is 2. So if one is 3x, the another will be multiple of 2. If one is a multiple of 3, the other will be the same multiple of 2. So 3x and 2x we have taken. The next condition says they are adjacent angles. So we know that adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So remember, in a parallelogram, adjacent angles, so we can say adjacent angles are supplementary. So when you say supplementary, means their sum is 180 degrees. So we can say 3x plus 2x equals to 180 degree, implies 5x equals to 180 degree. So x becomes 180 by 5. So we get 36 degree. Now here we can find x we have got as 36 degree. So we have to find the adjacent angles now using this value of x. So we know that one of the angle is 3x. So one of the angle equals to 3x. So 3x one is 3 multiplied by 36. So 3 multiplied by 36, we get 108 degree. So another angle will be, so another angle is 2x. So 2 multiplied by 36, we get 72. So for example, so let this be 3x and this be 2x. So angle B will be, if 108, so angle A will be 72. So these are adjacent. So here we can see in a parallelogram, if opposite angles are equal, so if angle A is 72, angle C is also 72. If angle B is 108, angle D is also 108. So in this way we can find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. So once we have to know any one of the angle, the other angles can be easily formed. Let's move on to the next question. Two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measures. Find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. So let's consider the parallelogram A, B, C, D. So as it is given, the adjacent angles are having equal measures. So all are having, the adjacent angles are of equal measures. If one is x, the other one is also x. The same condition. So let one of the angle be x. So the other angle will be also x. So according to question, we know adjacent angles. So we know that in a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary. In a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary. So when we say supplementary, that means the sum of the angles is 180 degree. So x plus x is 180. So x plus x is nothing but 2x, and 2x equals to 180 implies x equals to 180 degree by 2. So we get 90 degree. Now x is 90 degree. So here from the figure we can see if x is 90, that is if angle A is 90, so everything will be 90. As we know, opposite angles are equal. Hence, all the angles will be 90 degree. So angle A equals to angle B, and angle B equals to angle D. Angle D equals to, and angle A equals to angle C. So angle A equals to angle B equals to angle C equals to angle D. Each of the angles will be 90 degree, because first, as per the condition, the adjacent angles are equal. So if x we have got 90, if angle A is 90, this is also 90, and B and D are opposite to each other. So opposite angles are also equal, or even we can say these adjacent angles are equal. So all the four angles are equals to 90 degree. So you have to just remember this small concept, that is adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Next, let's say this question: the adjacent figure HOPE is a parallelogram. We have to find the angle measures of x, y and z. So first let us find out which angle we can find directly. So we can see here 70 degrees in the exterior, we have y, z, 40 and x in the end. So which one we can find directly? So here we say that HOPE is a parallelogram. Now see here. Now if any angle equals to x, you can see here x is this one. So opposite angle to x will be equal. So x will be equals to this angle, angle HOP. And this angle we can find using 70 degree as they are linear pair. So in this way we can find angle x. Let's see here how to find this angle. So first of all, let's find the interior angle of 70 degree. As the 70 degree is the exterior, let us name it angle A. So let us first find angle A. So A plus 70 degree will be 180, because this is the linear pair, because they form the linear pair. So here we can say A equals to 180 minus 70, that is 110 degree. So angle A becomes 110 now. Now here we can see angle A is equals to x. So the value of x equals to A. Opposite angles of a parallelogram. So x equals to A, because they are opposite angles of a parallelogram, implies x equals to 110 degree. So the first case is done. So x equals to 110 degrees. Next, as HOP is a parallelogram, so we know that the opposite sides will be parallel. So here we can see EH is parallel to PO, EH is parallel to PO. You can see here EH is parallel to PO and HP is the transversal. So EH is parallel to PO and HP is the transversal. You can see here they form an N shape, that is, or else Z shape. So here we can see the angles here, this one and this one. So here we can see EHP and OPH. These form alternate interior angles. You can see here EH is parallel to PO, so implies we can say Y is equals to 40 degree, because alternate interior angles. So they are alternate interior angles. So you can see here EHP, so 40 Y equals to 40. Now the next thing is left out is Z. So there are many ways of finding Z. So if you see in the parallelogram, angle E and angle H are adjacent to each other. We can see here angle E and angle H are adjacent to each other. So here we know that adjacent angles are supplementary. So E, so we can say angle E plus angle H equals to 180 degree. So we can say adjacent angles are supplementary, or else we can say angle E and angle H are co-interior angles. As EP is parallel to H, so they are co-interior, and co-interior angles are also supplement. Hence the condition choice is ours, which reason we are giving. So angle E and angle H are adjacent to each other. So angle E is nothing but X, and angle H is nothing but the combination of 40 and Z. So angle H is 40 plus Z equals to 180. So we can say X plus, so X is how much we have got already? We have got 110 degree. So in place of X we can write now 110. So 110 plus 40 plus Z equals to 180 degree, implies Z equals to 180 degree minus 110 plus 40 gives us 150. So 180 minus 150 will get it 30. So Z equals to 30 degree. And so we get Z equals to 30 degree. So here Z becomes 30, X is 110 and Y is 40 degrees. There are other ways also to find. So as already we have found this angle A is 110 degree, and we know that Y is also 40 degree. So using the angle sum property in the triangle, we can find easily angle Z. Just you have to add 110 and 40, will get 150, and subtract from 180. In this way also you can get the value of Z. Now let's see this question. It's given in the following figure. As you can see here, GUNS is a parallelogram, and we have to find the value of X and Y. And we know in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Hence we can see the opposite sides are GS is equals to UN, and GU, you can see here GU, these two, GU equals to SN. So GS equals to UN and GU equals to SN. So opposite sides are equal. Hence now let's see what is GS. GS is 3x and UN is 18. So 3x equals to 18. So x equals to 18 by 3. We get 6. Now similarly GU, we know GU is 3y minus 1 as written here, equals to SN. SN is 26. So we'll just simplify this equation. So 3y equals to 26 plus 1, because 1 is subtracted on the left side. So it becomes addition on the right side. So 3y equals to 27. Hence y equals to 27 by 3, we get 9. Hence we get the values of x as 6 and y as 9. So here you have used the property, that is opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. The question says RUNS is a parallelogram. So we have to find the values of x and y. So here we can see the x and y are present in the inside part, that is the diagonals here. So we have to use the property of diagonals of a parallelogram. We know that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. When we say bisect each other, that means they divide equally into equal parts. They divide each other into equal parts. Hence we can say here, when the diagonals bisect each other, we can say let us assume the diagonals meet at the point O. So we can say here OU is equals to OS. OU is equals to OS. Similarly, another part is ON is equals to OR. ON will be equals to OR. So let's see what is OU. OU is y plus 7. You can see here OU is y plus 7 and OS is 20. So here we can find the value of y. So y becomes 20 minus 7, because here 7 is added, 7 is subtracted. So we get y equals to 13. Now moving on to ON. So ON is x plus y equals to 16, implies x plus y is 13. From the previous equation we have got it. You can see here y is 13 here. becomes equals to 16. So x equals to 16 minus 13 becomes x equals to 3. Hence we have got the values of x and y. So x is 3 and y is 13. Hope the solutions are clear. Thank you and keep exploring.